Hello, this is New Vision TV. I am Lynn Komjisha. This time, 38 years ago, the Passion Week that precedes Easter was for Ugandans as traumatic as the one in Jerusalem 2,000 years ago. The war waged by Tanzania over Uganda was at its climax, culminating in the fall of Kampala on April the 11th and bringing to an end Field Marshal Idi Amin's 8-year-old regime. New Vision TV brings you highlights of that momentous era in Uganda's history.
Field Marshal Idi Amin, the self-styled life president of Uganda, was kicked out of power 38 years ago when the country's population was hardly 12 million, and today it is 40 million. To most citizens, therefore, he only exists in history texts. The significance of the 1979 liberation, whose climax was during the Easter week, needs to be put in perspective for most people. By the time Amin was overthrown, he had ruled Uganda for 8 years, having taken power in a coup against President Milton Obote in 1971.
Truly exercise the functions of the head of government of the Republic of Uganda, so help me God.
Amin abolished all institutions of democracy, including parliament, and any forms of elections. Hundreds of thousands of people died in the ensuing insecurity, and most people of Asian origin were expelled from the country. President Amin spent all his 8 years in power provoking Tanzania because the man he had overthrown had been offered asylum there. In October 1978, he attacked the northern Tanzania region of Kagera and declared it part of Uganda. This justified and obligated maximum response, and Tanzania's president, Mwalimu Julius Nyerere, declared war on Amin. The Tanzania military mobilized and started repulsing Uganda army troops, pushing them out of Kagera and finally entering Uganda towards the end of 1978. Although Tanzania did not even have a television network by then, they had the powerful Radio Tanzania External Service, which started broadcasting in Uganda to mobilize Ugandan people to start cooperating with the invading forces, which they did. Inch by inch, the Tanzania troops, together with armed Ugandan exile groups, started taking over Ugandan territory. By February 1979, they had taken most of western Uganda and were fighting heavy battles to capture Masaka. With a very supportive local population, the Tanzanian and Ugandan troops marched towards Kampala. On April 5th, they effectively cut off Kampala from Entebbe at Sisa, near Kisubi, rendering the airport no longer useful to Amin and trapping thousands of Libyan troops that President Muammar Gaddafi had sent to help out his friend. Meanwhile, Ugandan exiles who had gathered in the northern Tanzania town of Moshi formed the Uganda National Liberation Front (UNLF) to take over government after the fall of Amin. President Nyerere had assigned his Foreign Affairs Minister, Benjamin Mkapa, who later became president, to ensure the Ugandans reached an agreement. Diplomatically, it had to appear like it is the Ugandans who had topped the government of their country, with Tanzania giving them military help. Finally, the sharply divided Ugandans elected Professor Yusuf Lule as chairman of UNLF and president of Uganda. The push to take Kampala continued. Fighting alongside the Tanzanians, the key Ugandan armed groups were Kikosi Malumu, commanded by Oyite Ojok, and Fronasa, commanded by Yoweri Museveni. In our next episode, we explore the fall of Kampala and installation of the first post-Amin government.
You're still watching New Vision TV, and now for a Pearl of Africa series, we take a look at Musambwa Island. The Musambwa Island is a few kilometers from Kasenseo landing site on Lake Victoria, a place where women are not allowed, but men live harmoniously with snakes and several birds. It has a population of about 100 people. Its name, Musambwa, is a word in the local language meaning spirit or demon. Women are not allowed to reach this island as they may lead the men into sexual temptation. Take a look. So many myths befell this island, starting from its name to the so many stories you will hear when you reach here. To start with this, its name Musambwa, a Luganda word meaning a demon. Musambwa Island is one of the smallest islands located on Lake Victoria in Rakai district. Sailing on its water is not so different from other water bodies, but what is unique about this water The white birds. These birds bring out a spectacular view that can tempt you to just dive into these waters. Not forgetting the rocks that also add a simple touch to its look. These have even turned white. Fishermen's huts and vegetation surround these waters. The people here engage in farming as many are fully fishermen. It is business as usual to find men ready to draw nets in the lake to get some fish for food and commercial purposes. Some of their nets are left to dry in the sun so that they are able to catch more fish on their next fishing routine. And that's all we had for you. Thank you for watching. Be sure to catch more of your updates on your mobile, on your tablet, on your desktop, anywhere on the go by visiting our website on www.newvision.co.ug. I'm Lynn Komjisha.